All right, team. Midweek update time, and we are tightening yesterday's card with a couple of clean pivots while keeping the same Seattle centered correlation and clear reasons for every hold or change. Quarterbacks first. No change at the top. We are staying on Sam Darnold against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary but 16,200, dash rank 100, projected 18 with 15 fantasy points per game, and recent 30, 9, and 9. Ownership is still effectively zero, and we want that leverage on a quarterback whose ceiling just flashed and whose deep ball aggression maximizes our Seattle stacks. The Vikings let him walk coverage, and the comeback features highlight Seattle empowering him to push vertical, which is exactly the thesis we are playing into. We are also keeping Drake May as the direct pivot against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 16,500, dash rank 99, projected 21 with 22 fantasy points per game, and recent 16, 17, and 19. Again, effectively unowned. So he is the premium run back in our Seattle stacks, or a standalone anchor with a higher median than Darnold reports that New England are looking to bolster his receiving core. Reinforce the direction of travel, and for this slate, the steady projection and consistency keep him firmly in our pool. Running backs, no change to our Seattle core. We are keeping Kenneth Walker III against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 114,700, dash rank 82, projected 16 with 12 fantasy points per game, and recent 21, 39, and 17. Ownership sits near zero, and we still want his spike week profile inside Seattle stacks. The free agency rumor mill and the Seahawks GM, pushing back in the headlines, underscore league. Wide respect for his explosiveness, which is the volatility we want in tournaments. We are updating the New England spot from yesterday's rookie punt and bringing Ramondre Stevenson into the value pool against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 3200, dash rank 82, projected 16 with 13 fantasy points per game, and recent 7, 12, and 16. He is also going to be near zero owned, and the Y is consolidated red zone work and pass, game utility for a balanced run back when you double stack Seattle. The Super Bowl debut coverage keeps him squarely in the plan for high leverage touches, which fits our correlation, builds wide receivers. Our alpha remains locked. We are staying on Jackson Smith and Jigba against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 11,100, dash rank 100, projected 27 with 23 fantasy points per game, and recent 34, 11, and 14. He remains effectively unowned, and the combination of elite projection and ceiling is the reason he is our slate centerpiece. The news cycle about him being a Super Bowl winning wideout, pushing for a record-setting deal, signals elite confidence and target gravity that fuel spike outcomes. We are changing our secondary Seattle receiver from yesterday and moving to Rashid Shaheed against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 6,300, dash rank 92, projected 10 with 9 fantasy points per game, and recent 6, 9, and 1. The Y is cap flexibility for Darnold. Double stacks, plus Shaheed's big play and return equity that can flip a slate on a single touch. Coverage calling him one of the unsung heroes, and a dynamic special teams playmaker supports the ceiling case at this salary. Tight ends, reversing yesterday's rotations. We are moving off the New England tight end from yesterday and bringing A.J. Barner back against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 7,200, dash rank 90, projected 8 with 9 fantasy points per game, and recent 3, 0, and 3, near zero ownership. And the Y is salary relief inside Seattle stacks with red zone correlation to Darnold. While the Clint Kubiak departure made headlines after the title run, the pricing plus projection make Barner the practical fit for our core builds. If you need a stone punt to unlock studs, we will keep Eric Saubert in the deep pool against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 900, dash rank 52, recent 0, 0, and 3, with essentially no ownership. This is a large field only unlocked to jam premium stacks, and the background features around his rise are a reminder that he can show up in package work, kickers, no change. We are sticking with Jason Myers against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 8,100, dash rank 60, projected 11 with recent 7, 11, and 8, and near zero ownership. A tough opponent increases drive stalling, which boosts field goal attempts. And the headlines about his 5 Super Bowl field goals and near MVP nod capture the ceiling we want in leverage builds. We are also keeping Andy Borregales against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 7,500, dash rank 57, projected 9 with recent 4, 4, and 10 and near zero ownership coverage of his rookie season efficiency, including 126 points at an 86.7% success rate gives us confidence if New England settle for kicks. Defense and special teams, no change. We are staying with the Patriots defense at 6,000. Dash rank 58, projected 6 with recent 12, 7, and 5, and near zero ownership. We will embrace Darnold's ceiling in some builds, but that same volatility creates sack and turnover paths we can capture with New England in others, flex and value notes to tie the room together. If you are not double-stacking running backs, we still love Jackson Smith and Jigba in the flex to maximize exposure to his dash rank 127 point, projection at near zero ownership. The Seahawks team flex at 4,400 with a dash rank of 53, and a 5-point projection remains a viable punt that lets you afford premium stacks while keeping the game environment correlated against an opponent who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. For May stacks, Demario Douglas is our salary-saving run back against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 4,800, dash rank 58, projected 5 with 6 fantasy points per game, and recent 12 and 1 and near zero ownership. The recent coverage of his 100-yard breakout and deep strikes validates the spike play profile we want, alongside May's stacking plan. We are maintaining Seattle stacks built around Darnold to Jackson Smith and Jigba, with Rashid Shaheed or A.J. Barner as the preferred doubles, adding Kenneth Walker or Jason Myers where appropriate run backs are Drake May for premium projection or Ramondre Stevenson for touchdown equity, with Demario Douglas and Andy Borregales as salary savers. Lock the correlation, lean into the low ownership on our Seattle core, and let the news cycle on Darnold's resurgence and Jackson's contract buzz reinforce the ceiling paths we are already buying.